Your unit 2 is measures of central tendency. Under this we learn mean, then median and mode. Mean is also called arithmetic mean. The means are three types. So one is geometric mean, then another one is harmonic mean and arithmetic mean. Geometric mean, harmonic mean and arithmetic mean. So geometric mean and harmonic mean are not used in educational statistics. So we will do only arithmetic mean. So mean, how to calculate mean, how to find mean from group data and ungrouped data. So from ungrouped data, when number of observation is less, when scores are less number of scores, you can find mean very easily. Mean is also called average. Suppose the formula is mean is equal to sigma x by n. Here this formula is for ungrouped method. Ungrouped. There are two methods. One is ungrouped, another one is grouped. This for ungrouped method, for ungrouped data, mean is equal to sigma x by n. Here sigma means sigma, you can also call the sum of, then n means total number of score. Total number of scores. So mean is equal to sigma x by n. Sigma m means mean, sigma means sum of, and x means score. X means scores, n is equal to total number of scores. So for example, you have 10, 15, 25, 30, 10, 15, 25, 30, 15, 10. So these are the scores you have. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I write few. Fifteen, 25, 20, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For example, these are the marks of 10 individuals. These are the scores. So if you see this observation, here number of scores is less. When you will see number of scores is less, then you need to prepare group. Without preparing group, you can find out the mean. This is ungrouped. When you will have class interval, then that is group method. When you will have frequency table, class interval and frequency, when you will have table, then you have to find out the mean by following grouped method, group formula. Then when you have less number of scores, then you can find out mean by following this formula. Mean is equal to sigma x by n. M for mean, sigma means sum of, x means scores, n is total number of scores. So mean is equal to sigma x by n. Here sigma means sum of. If to add all these scores, 10 plus 15 plus 25 plus 30 plus 15 plus 10 plus 15 plus 25 plus 20 plus 10. If to add all the scores, then n is total number of scores. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Total number of scores is 10. So if you add all this number, then how much? 10 plus 15, 25, 25 plus 25, 50, 50 plus 30, 80, 80 plus 15, 95, 95 plus 10, 105, 105 plus 15, 120, 120 plus 25, 145, 145 plus 20, 165, 165 plus 10, 175. Is it correct? 175. Ten plus 15, 25, 25 plus 25, 50, 50 plus 30, 80, 80 plus 15, 95, 95 plus 10, 105, 105 plus 15, 120, 120 plus 125, 125 plus 25, again mistake, 10 plus 15, 25, 25 plus 25, 50, 50 plus 30, 80, 80 plus 15, 95, 95 plus 10, 105, 105 plus 15, 120, 120 plus 25, 145, 145 plus 20, 165, 165 plus 10, 175, below 10. So 175 by 10. If you divide 175 by 10, then you will get 17.5. So 17.5 is the mean of this score. Of this score, 17.5 is mean. This is the average mark of this observation. So this is ungrouped method. When you will have less number of observation, then you have to find out mean, you have to calculate mean by following this formula, by following this method. This is for ungrouped data. Now mean for group data. Mean for group data. When you will have frequency distribution table with class interval and frequency, then you have to calculate mean by following grouped method. Or when you will get large number of observation like 30, 40, 50, 60, 100, like that, when you will get large number of observation, then you have to make this raw score into various groups, class interval and frequency. First you have to prepare a table, then from that table you have to calculate mean. So there are two methods to calculate mean from group data. One is mean is equal to sigma fx by n. This is called long method. Long method. Another formula is that mean is equal to am plus sigma fx by n into I. am plus sigma fx by n into I. This x dash is the symbol of deviation. F means frequency, then n is the total number of scores, I means width of class interval, the length of class interval. Am means assumed mean. This formula is for short method. So you can calculate mean from group data by following these two formula. One is long method formula, another one is short method formula. Long method is mean is equal to sigma fx by n, and short method is am plus sigma fx by n into I. So let us take a table. Class interval, then frequency, let's start from 10 to 14, then 15 to 19, 20 to 24, 25 to 29, 30 to 34, 35 to 39, 40 to 44. Frequency 1, 3, 5, 8, 6, 5, 2. So this is a frequency distribution table. I prepared this one. So these are the class interval, these are the frequencies. Class interval 10 to 14, 15 to 19, 20 to 24, 25 to 29, 30 to 34, 35 to 39, 40 to 44. And frequencies 1, 3, 5, 8, 6, 5, 2. So if you add all these frequencies, then 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 6, 13, 13 plus 8, 21, 21 plus 5, 26, 26 plus 3, 29, 29 plus 1, 30. So n is equal to 30. Sometimes always you will get, to calculate mean or median from group data, you will get a table. So you should check, n will be written there, but you should check whether it is correct or not. You should add all these frequencies and you should check it. Sometimes in some books I found there was mistake, they have written wrongly. So you should check it always, whether it is 30 or 40 or 45, you should check it properly. So from this table we will find mean by following long method and by following short method. So let us calculate mean by following long method first. So formula is mean is equal to sigma fx by n. So here this x means midpoint of the class, this x means midpoint of the class interval. Midpoint of the class interval, so how to find out the midpoint of the class interval? To find out the midpoint of class interval, you have to add lower limit and upper limit, and you have to divide by 2. So if we add 10 plus 14, then we will get 20 by 4. And if we divide by 2, because 2 number, so if we divide by 2, then we will get 12. So 12 is the midpoint of this class interval 10 to 14. If you write all the scores 10, 11, 12, 13, then 14, this class interval group of 5 score, that is 10 to 14. So you see 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, all these numbers are here in this group. So middle point is 12. Here see, this side also 2 scores, this side also 2 scores. So 12 is the midpoint. So instead of writing like this, you can find out the mean. You can find out the midpoint by following this method. You should add lower limit and upper limit, and you should divide by 2. So if we add upper limit and lower limit, that is 10 plus 14, it is 24, and if we divide by 2, then we will get 12. So let us write the midpoint of the class interval 12. You see, the weight excuse me, the weight of class interval is 5, 10 to 14, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in all the groups, you will get 5 units. 5 units. So 12 is the midpoint of 10 to 14. Then after that, weight of class interval is 5. If you add 5 with this, then we will get all the midpoint. So 12 plus 5, that is 17. The weight of class interval is 5. So after finding one, the lowest one, if you add the weight of class interval with this, then we will get all the midpoint of each class interval. And if you add the lower limit and upper limit, and if you divide by 2, then also you will get 17. So 17 is the midpoint of 15 to 19. Then 22 is the midpoint of 24. 27 is the midpoint of 25 to 29. 32 is the midpoint of 32 to 34. 37 is the midpoint of 35 to 39. 42 is the midpoint of 40 to 44. So what is written in the formula? If you see, sigma m is equal to sigma fx by n. So we have f and we have x. Fx means what? Fx means f into x. F into x. Instead of writing like this, we can write like this, f into x, or simply you can write fx. If you multiply f and x, then we will get fx. So fx means f into x. So what? Now you have to find out fx. This is very easy. You will have this table, class interval and frequency. Then what you have to do, you have to find out the midpoint of each class interval. After that, you have to multiply this x with f. So that is fx. F and x you have now, and you have to find out fx. That is f into x. This f into this x. So 42 into 1, 42. 3 into 37, how much? 3 into 37, 111. 5 into 32, 100, 5 into 32, 160. 8 into 27, 8 into 27, 216. 6 into 22, 6 into 22, 132. 6 into 22, 132. Then 5 into 17, 85. 5 into 17, 85. Then 2 into 12, 24. 2 into 12, 24. Now we have fx. What is written in the formula? Sigma fx. Sigma means sum of. You have to add all the number. That is sigma. Sigma fx is equal to, you have to add all this number. So what we have to add? 42 plus 111 plus 160 plus 216 plus 132 plus 85 plus 24. 42 plus 111 plus 160 plus 216 plus 132 plus 85 plus 24. So if you add all this number, then you will get 770. So sigma fx is equal to 770. Now you have sigma fx, and n we already have, n is equal to 30. So now use in the formula, mean is equal to sigma fx by n. So sigma fx is 770. N we know, n is equal to 30. N is equal to 30. So if we divide 770 by 30, 770, then we'll get 25.666 like that. It will come like that, 6666. 770 divided by 30, then you'll get 25.6666. So after decimal, you have to take only 2 unit, that is 25.67. So after decimal, the third number, if it is 5 or more than 5, then you should add 1 with the second number. If you divide this 770 by 30, then you will get 25.666. It will come like that, 6666. So if after decimal, if the third number is 5 or more than 5, you have to add 1 with the second number after decimal. So it will become 25.67. So 25.67 is the mean of this frequency distribution table. Now let us calculate mean by following short method. So I shall write the same table here, class interval, then frequency. Class interval 10 to 14, 15 to 19, 20 to 24, 25 to 29, 32, 34, 35 to 39, 42, 44. So I have taken the same table to calculate mean by following short method. Now frequency is 1, 3, 5, 8, 6, 5, 2, and the n is equal to, that is 30. So to calculate mean by following short method, what we have to do? We have to assume the mean. We have to assume the mean before calculating the mean. AM means assume mean. First we have to assume the mean, where you have to see the frequency, where the maximum number of frequencies, that you have to mark, that is 8. If you see the frequency, maximum number you have to find out. So where, in which class maximum number, that class you have to find out, that class interval. So 8 lies here in this class interval 25 to 29. 25 to 29. That is the maximum frequency. Maximum times occur this between these. Maximum students obtain mark between this 25 to 29. Are you getting? So you have to find the highest number. So there only you have to assume the mean. That is the assume mean. We will assume mean here. Maximum number. So maximum number is 8 and it lies here in this group 25 to 29. You have to mark it. So after that you have to find out the deviation from the mean. The mean lies here, so you have to write 0 here, and the below the assumed mean all are negative, -1, -1, -2, then -3, and the above the assumed mean all will be positive. Sorry, this is the +1, +2, +3. First you have to find out the highest frequency. There you have to assume the mean, and there you have to write 0, and below the assumed mean all are negative and above all are positive. It will go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, according to the number of class interval, number of classes. So on the top also it will go positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that it will go like that. So after the assumed mean you have only 3 class, so it will, you have to write up to 3, -1, -2, -3, and above +1, +2, +3. And assume mean, here you can write in short here AM means assume mean. Assume mean, AM is the assume mean. So assume mean, midpoint of this class interval will be the assume mean, that is 27. First you have to find out the highest frequencies here, that you have to mark. Then after that you have to see the class interval of that highest frequency, and the midpoint of that class interval will be the assumed mean, that is 27. So highest frequency here, it is 8, and 8 lies between 25 to 29 in this class. So midpoint of this class is 27. Midpoint of 25 to 29. So assume mean is 27. Then n, we have n is equal to 30, and I means what? I means width of class interval, that is length of class interval. How many units are there in a class? So 5. You see, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 units in a class. 25 to 29, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 5. So I is the width of class interval, length of class interval, that is 5. We have assume mean, that is 27. We have n, that is 30. We have I, that is 5. Now we need sigma fx. So we have f and we have this x deviation. Now we have to find out fx. 3 into 1, 3, 3 into 2, 6, 5 into 1, 5, here 0, 6 into 1, minus 1 into 6, 6, 5 into minus 2, minus 10, 2 into minus 3, minus 6. You say 3 into 1, 3, 3 into 2, 6, 5 into 1, 5, 0, 8 into 0, 0, 6 into minus 1, 6, 5 into minus 2, minus 10, 2 into minus 3, minus 6. Now you have to, what you have to do? You have to add all this sigma fx. That is sigma fx. This is symbol of deviation. You have to write this. This symbol is called deviation. This symbol is the deviation symbol. Deviation from the assumed mean, that is minus plus. So you have to add all this positive together and all the negative number together. So 3 plus 6, 9, 9 plus 5, 14. This is the plus 14. 6 plus 10, 16, 16 plus 6, minus 22. Minus 6 plus minus 10, then plus minus 6 is equal to minus 22. Now you have to 14 plus 14 minus 22 minus 14. How much? Minus 8. Isn't it? Fourteen minus 22. 14 minus 22 minus 8. Now we have sigma fx. Sigma fx is equal to minus 8. Now we have all the values we can use in the formula. Now write the formula. Mean is equal to am plus sigma fx by n into I. am is equal to 27 plus sigma fx minus 8, n is equal to 30, I is equal to 5. 27 plus, then 8 into 5, 40, that is minus 40 divided by 30. 27 plus, if we divide 40 by 30, minus 40 by 30, how much we will get? Minus 40 by 30, then we will get 1.33. That will be the minus 1.33. Minus 40 by 30. If we divide this on, then you will get 1.33. You have minus symbol here, minus 40, then here also it will come minus sign, minus 1.33. So here 27, this plus into minus, then plus into minus, minus 1.33 is equal to 27 minus 1.33, that is 27 minus 1.33, 25.67. 25.67. So 27 minus 1.33, if you subtract 1.33 from 27, then you will get 25.67. Now you see both the formula are different, long method formula and short method formula. Method is also different, but the answer is same. Here also, when you calculated mean by following long method, we got 25.67, and when we found mean by following short method, then also we got 25.67. Both the answer is same. Are you getting? Is it clear? If to by heart all this formula, you have to by heart it. Mean long method formula, then mean short method formula. If to remember all this, here x means score, x means midpoint of the class interval. Then am means assume mean, where you have assume the mean in the highest frequency. Assume mean means first you have to find out the highest frequency, then of that class interval. The midpoint of that class interval is the assume mean. Highest frequency lies here. Here highest frequency is 8. It lies between 25 to 29. And the midpoint of this group 25 to 29 is 27. 27 is the midpoint. That is the assumed mean. And in the highest frequency, you have to write 0. Then below all are negative 1, 2, 3. Then above all are positive 1, 2, 3. It will go like that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All negative. Then above also plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, like that it will go. After that, you have to find out the fx. You have to multiply this f and x. That is 3 into 1, 3 into 2, 5 into 1, 0 into 8, like that. So after multiplying this, after getting this fx value, you have to add all this fx. That is sigma fx, summation, sum of all this fx. So after that, you have to use in the formula, then you will get the mean. So you have to remember the method and you have to by heart the formula.